Hey guys, I am back with some more updates and spoilers for the upcoming Alien Covenant movie. As it turns out, Ridley Scott was on hand at the South by Southwest Festival and was showing his 1979 Alien film. What was really exciting though was that he also showed 3 clips from Alien Covenant that added up to about 15 plus minutes, just shy of 20 minutes of footage. Luckily, the website Bleeding Cool was on the scene and has full descriptions of the scenes that we can go off of, and there were other websites that were present as well with some other news to fill in the gaps. Anything else I say here should be taken as a spoiler, so here's your spoiler warning, just in case you want to go into the movie with a fresh mind. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. This sounds like pretty much confirmed information, and it's pretty juicy stuff as far as to what's going to happen in the film, so you have been warned. Now, first off, we get the first scene in which the Covenant arrives to the planet and then sends down a smaller ship to the surface that is said to encounter some, quote, exciting turbulence. And they go on to say that this sounds reminiscent of the dropship scene in James Cameron's Aliens. Supposedly, the banter between characters has the vibe of both Alien and Alien, so it sounds like Ridley's trying to recapture that spirit. The second clip is actually said to expand the backbursting scene that we've already seen earlier in the trailer. We start off with Tennessee, played by Danny McBride, calling out for a quarantine on the radio after learning of the condition of a character that we see suffering the horrible fate in the backburster scene. He is being helped to the ship by Carmen Ejogo's character, who is not named yet, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's either a Jogo or a Yogo. She pleads with the crew to let them onto the ship, and then after our infected friend starts coughing up blood, they relent and allow them in. This scene is said to then continue on with what we saw in the trailer with the backbursting birth of the alien, which I can only guess is a neomorph or possibly a protomorph. I don't think it's going to be a xenomorph just yet. Now, Amy Simons' character, Ferris, she leaves this scene and heads back to the medical bay to grab a weapon. The alien baby is said to attack Carmen's character repeatedly. Ferris then enters with the weapon but slips in the blood, dropping said weapon, which then goes off and alerts the attacking alien to her presence. She does manage to get out of the room, but the emergency close on the door injures her leg when it closes on her foot. So now we have her limping away, and the alien baby is said to be enraged as it beats through the glass and gives chase to her. I can't wait to see that. She fires, but misses of course, and keeps firing errant shots that sound like they miss as well. We then pan outside of the small ship with other members of the Covenant's surface drop team arriving when they hear firing and then a scream, and then the drop ship explodes. And that's not it. Now one of the ground crew members start to convulse and falls over. Blood is said to explode from his mouth, and then we get the mouthburster scene that we've all heard about. We can tell that Michael Fassbender's David and the newly added Walter will both have big parts in Alien Covenant. Catherine Waterston has even been quoted as saying it's the AI that's the real connective tissue of this franchise. People keep saying I'm the Ripley, but I'm not. It's Fassbender. I think that's what they're talking about here, is he's the missing link. He's the mechanical features of the xenomorph that we haven't seen yet. In this scene, we get to see David in his lab of horrors, and it is said that he is with Orem, Billy Crudup's character. They then have a conversation about David's discoveries, and then David takes Orem into another room to showcase some of his, quote, successes. They walk around a collection of eggs, and you can guess what kind of eggs these probably are. Finally, David stops and touches one of the eggs, and it opens up. Then he even looks at Orem and says, "Don't worry, it's perfectly safe." So in true horror style, Orem then leans in, and bam, face hugged. He fights for a moment, then goes still, and then David watches unmoved by what he's just caused. Another website, The Verge, further clarified on this scene and then stated that David was actually showing Orem different mutations of the creatures from Prometheus, explaining that he had been trying to understand them and even go as far as to genetically engineer new versions of them. They then say, and I quote, "It's a process that's been waiting for one final puzzle piece to complete." I think that what they're referring to here is possibly that David has taken the protomorph and engineered it. Now, this is only a theory, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but that's why I'm saying it's a theory, just a discussion point. But I think that somehow he found a way to infuse his DNA into the creature. Now, I'm not even saying he has DNA, but somehow we keep seeing hints of the mechanical features of the xenomorphs, and the protomorphs that we see in the trailer don't look as mechanical as the xenomorph. So it sounds like David's experiments is what caused it. I can be almost sure of that. I'm just not totally sure if it's something mixed of AI type DNA or background that's causing that. And now for some bonus spoilers. According to Vanity Fair, who was also at the event, Ridley Scott revealed that in the beginning of the movie, we're going to get to see Guy Pearce once again playing a Peter Weyland of Weyland-Yutani fame, but this time he's going to be much younger, and we're going to be seeing him during the creation of David. We're said to see David's big, beautiful blue eye in every vein and detail, and then they engage in conversation. David calls Weyland father. Scott then said that there is weight to this scene compared to previous Alien films. He said this one is really going to get people because it's fucking smart for a change, and that was his language I'm quoting there. Okay, well guys, so that's a lot to digest, and it's all from pretty credible sources, all big websites, and it's all being quoted right from Ridley or from seeing these scenes, so I think we can count on this stuff as real. So what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your guys' take on this. So far, I like what I've read that only makes me want to see the movie even more. That's all for now, and I will see you guys next time.